Could the Golden State Warriors be on the verge of a seismic shift? Rumors are swirling about a potential blockbuster trade that could bring a superstar to the Bay Area. And it's not just any player. We're talking about a 6-time All-Star. Imagine what this could mean for our title hopes. Stick around as we dive into the details of this speculation and how it could reshape our roster. If you want to stay ahead of the game and catch all the latest Warriors news, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a like. As we dive into the latest trade rumors swirling around the Golden State Warriors, it's impossible to ignore the buzz about Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler potentially donning the Warriors' blue and gold. The thought of Butler joining forces with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson is enough to send shivers down the spines of Western Conference teams. But let's take a moment to unpack this and really analyze what it means for our beloved Warriors. Firstly, the Warriors are in a unique position. With a major market and a roster that includes some young assets, they are definitely contenders in the trade landscape. However, as NBA Coach of the Year Sam Mitchell pointed out, the youth on the Warriors roster might not be what Pat Riley is looking for in a deal. If Riley is indeed hesitant to embrace a rebuild with young talent, it opens the door for a third team to step in and facilitate this blockbuster trade. Imagine this scenario. The Warriors acquire Butler. The Heat bring in De'Aaron Fox from the Sacramento Kings, and the Kings get a mix of assets from Miami to kickstart their rebuild. This 3-team trade could shift the balance of power in the league. Butler, a 6-time All-Star, would bring an immediate impact to the Warriors, adding not just talent, but also a fierce competitive spirit. It's a move that could potentially elevate the Warriors back into championship contention. But here's where I find myself a bit torn. Yes, acquiring Butler is tantalizing, especially considering his skill set and playoff experience. However, we also have to consider the financial implications. Butler is slated to earn $52 million and would become an unrestricted free agent soon. Do we really want to put ourselves in a position where we might lose him for nothing after a season? That's a nightmare scenario for any franchise. And let's not forget about the chemistry. The Warriors have built a cohesive unit over the last few years, and bringing in a player of Butler's caliber could disrupt that balance. Sure, he could be the missing piece, but there's always a risk when adding a star player who demands the ball and has his own style of play. I can't help but wonder if this is the right direction for the Warriors. Are we ready to shift our focus to an older, more established player? Or should we continue developing the young talent we have? I'm genuinely divided on this one, and I want to hear what you all think. What about the future? Acquiring Butler could mean we're all in for this season and next, pushing for titles while Curry and Thompson are still at the top of their game. But it could also mean sacrificing our future for a short-term gain. Is that the kind of risk we want to take? I urge you to consider the implications of such a trade. Yes, Butler could elevate this team, but at what cost? It's a complicated situation, and I can see both sides of the argument. So, what do you think? Is this the best move for the Warriors? Should we go all in for Butler, or is it time to trust the process and develop our young players? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Share your expectations, your frustrations, and let's have a real discussion about the future of our team. The Golden State Warriors faced yet another tough defeat, falling 102-92 to the Los Angeles Clippers. This loss marks their 6th in the last 7 games, dropping them to 11th place in the Western Conference. It's been a tough stretch for the Warriors, and I can't help but feel frustrated watching them struggle. A significant factor in this recent downturn has been Stephen Curry's offensive silence at times, and more glaringly, their inability to effectively counter the defensive presence of Ivica Zubac. He dominated the paint, showcasing why the Warriors need to reconsider their current center situation. Zubac's 2 vital blocks in crunch time were game changers, and they painfully illustrated the Warriors' struggles to execute their offense against a formidable defense. While Trayce Jackson-Davis has shown flashes of potential, the Warriors need a more seasoned center who can enhance their offensive game and provide stability. The current center rotation has been a mix of Jackson-Davis, Kevon Looney, and Draymond Green, each bringing something different, but collectively falling short. Looney's defense is commendable, but he simply doesn't pose an offensive threat. Averaging just 5 points in nearly 16 minutes per game, he's not the solution to the Warriors' offensive woes. Jackson-Davis has been a bright spot, yes, but he too is still developing and may not be ready to shoulder the load against stronger opponents like the Clippers. Zubac's impact was felt all night. The Clippers effectively clogged the paint, limiting drives and forcing the Warriors to settle for contested shots. It was frustrating to see players like Kuminga and Wiggins pass up opportunities to attack the rim, opting instead for difficult three-point attempts when they could have easily penetrated the defense. This isn't the kind of basketball we expect from a team that has championship aspirations. With Dennis Schroeder's recent acquisition, the Warriors are trying to reshape their backcourt dynamics. Yet without a legitimate center to complement their system, the offense remains stagnant. The Western Conference is stacked, and if the Warriors want to compete, they need a big man who can hold his own against the likes of Zubac and other elite centers. Now, I know the Warriors have made moves recently, but I wonder if they're truly addressing the core issue. Is trading for another center the right path? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, I see the potential in the current roster, and I've been impressed with Jackson Davis's growth. However, the reality is that without a robust presence in the paint, the Warriors will continue to face uphill battles against top-tier teams. It's essential that management looks closely at the trade market for a center who not only fits their offensive scheme, but can also defend effectively. The season is still young, but these decisions could define their playoff chances. The clock is ticking, and with every loss, the urgency increases. So, I want to hear from you, Warriors fans. What do you think? Should the team dive deeper into the trade market for a center? Or do you believe the current lineup can still find success? I genuinely want to know your thoughts on this. Are you feeling optimistic, or are you starting to lose hope? Let's keep the conversation going. Share your expectations and frustrations in the comments below. And remember, if you want to stay updated on all things Golden State, be sure to like this video, share it with your fellow fans, and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. We're all in this together, and I appreciate each and every one of you for being part of this community. Let's keep pushing for our Warriors.